Peace and welcome to Moorish History TV. If you're learning something new, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's uncover the truth together.
Tacitus said the Judeans looked like Ethiopians, and Bukhari says Jesus had brown skin and woolly hair. Histories 5.2 and Sahih al-Bukhari.
Revelation describes the Son of Man with skin like burnished bronze, glowing in the fire, and in Muslim hadith, Jesus is said to be brown, with hair curled like tightly wound springs.
Two traditions of Peter says Jesus appeared as dark, skinned with woolly hair. Ibn Hajar said Asmar means dark brown. Acts of Peter and Fath al-Bari.
Origen wrote Hebrews look like Egyptians. Tabari said Israel was a dark people. Origen and Tafsir al-Tabari.
Scripture says Judah's holy men were blacker than coal. Ibn Abbas said Israel was Asmar like Sudan and Hijaz. Lamentations 4 verse 7 and 8. And
Historians and Arabic scholars agree the Judeans were a dark, wool-haired Afro-Asiatic people, and Jesus arose from them.
Judean wrote that early Arabs and Israelites were dark-skinned peoples. Roman writer Juvenal called Jews Ethiops, black Africans. Muruj al-Dah.
The Arabic infancy gospel places Jesus among Egyptians and Ethiopians, and Ethiopian Christians long portrayed him as dark with woolly hair. Arabic infancy gospel and
al-Jawzi said King David was Asmar, dark brown. Scripture says Judah's holy men were blacker than coal. Al-Muntazam and Lamentations 4:7 through.
Ibn Kathir's tradition says Israel's people were Asmar like Sudan and Hijaz. Origen wrote they looked like Egyptians. Tafsir.
Rome said the Hebrews looked like Ethiopians and Egyptians, terms medieval Christians equated with Moors. Jesus, a Judean, shared that appearance. Jerome on Isaiah and Zephaniah.
In Middle English Bibles, Ethiops, meaning black person, was glossed as Moor. Jesus' Judean people were described in those same terms. Wycliffe Glossary.
Rome said Hebrews looked like Ethiopians and Egyptians. Middle English Bibles glossed Ethiops as Moor. Medieval Christians saw Jesus' people as Moorish.
The word Moor comes from the older Phoenician and Hebrew root Mahur, meaning dark or western. The Greeks borrowed it as Mauros, and the Romans as Moris, the name for the black.
They traded daily with Phoenicians, who used Mahur for the dark western peoples. The same Afro-Asiatic world shaped Jesus' own Judean lineage.
After Jesus, his brothers Jude and Simon carried his message into Libya, Mauritania, and Morocco, the ancient lands of the Moors, recorded by Hippolytus and early Christian writers.
Welcome back to Moorish History TV. If this enlightens you, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ancient writers said the Judeans looked like Ethiopians. Tacitus, Book 5, verse 2. And Jesus had skin like burned bronze, Revelation 1:15. Hadith says Jesus was brown with curly hair. Bukhari, Muslim, and Origen said Hebrews looked like Egyptians. Phoenician and Hebrew Mahur meant the dark western people. Greeks said Moros, Romans Moris, the Moors.
It's all the tide to Alexandria's gates. I am Jude, brother of Jesus. Sources say I preached in Egypt and Libya, apostolic constitutions. Here, the gospel meets every time. Hippolytus wrote, I traveled into Mauritania, today's Morocco, the land of the Moors.
I am Simon, brother of Jesus. Early texts say I taught in Cyrene, among African Jews and Berbers. I journeyed into Mauritania, teaching the Moorish tribes, Hippolytus and Dorotheus.
By the 1st and 2nd centuries, Africa had early Judeo-Christian communities. Tertullian confirms it. Here, within earth-colored walls, the faith took root as families gathered beneath the flicker of oil lamps. They shared meals and scripture, their voices weaving a tapestry of hope. By the of the true story of Jesus' family in Africa. More soon on Moorish History TV. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.